Hello beloveds, my name is Evonne from Embody Mother and welcome to the cycle report for the 24th of February 2019. And I come to you from Dja Dja Wurrung country in Central Highlands, Victoria, Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere. So I had this image of doing this report today with, background of beautiful hawthorn berries and beautiful elderberries to show the harvest. But I thought there would be no better explanation to show what a ovulating woman does when it's a waning season and a waning moon, and it's epic car cleaning and getting ready for the next thing. It's like the release, and it's probably a really good time for me to just go, clean out all the spare stuff and take it all to the op shop. But I'll talk a bit more about that later. So today we sit pretty much in between what the pagan wheel season is of Lammas and Evonne, which is autumn equinox. So Lammas, the first harvest, was on the 2nd of February, and the Evonne, which is the autumn equinox, is on the 21st of March. So we're right in the middle of this harvest season, which is very, very exciting because there is, the beautiful hawthorn berries, and there's also the elderberries, and it feels like it's time to really gather and prepare for what's to come in those darker months in winter. So, with the elderberries, and the hawthorn berries being really high in vitamin C and good immune boosters for those deep winter months when everybody's sort of sniffling and having colds and things like that. So it's, preparing for the months to come. And I know that I've been doing a lot of drying of fruit this week in preparation for those winter months, so the kids could have, the peaches and apricots, a taste of summer in their lunch boxes as a special treat in the middle of winter. Today we also sit under what's called a waning gibbous moon, or a disseminating moon. So if you feel a little bit I was going to say wind swept, but it feels a bit more like a gale swept from after that full intense moon, which was last Wednesday, you'd be forgiven, because it felt, and from my experience and from people that I've spoken to, it was a really big sort of illumination of all the things that sit beneath and bringing it up. And for me, it's really felt like things to look at in terms of the inner masculine. So I'm not an astrologer, but I can only feel what I feel and tune into what's happening around me. And it feels like the masculine. I'm not talking about men in general. I'm just talking about the inner masculine that sits within all of us, and having a look as to, what shadows to do with our inner masculine sit. And I know a lot of the women that I've sit in circle with, in a group that I sit with, that there's been a lot of discussion about, the white supremacy and what sits there within us about racism and the sexism as well, but more the racism, I think, and sort of our ancestors and our colonial past. And me being a white woman, that's a very, very strong thread in my lineage. So it's been an interesting sort of pull up and to really examine what sits there. So so we can heal, and everybody can heal, and we can all move forward in love. It's no good if someone feels, that they're being, put in a disadvantaged situation because of what's happened in the past. We all need to come together and move forward in love and understanding and honor. So that was what the full moon feels like. It's dragged up from underneath the surface. So I encourage you to attune into what has been happening for you at this time, because it feels like a very, very potent time. And what also feels really potent is when the earth season and the moon season all line up, and it's like, this is really like a harvest point, it's like with the point of the earth and being in alignment with the point of the moon. It feels like, I don't know exactly what it is, I'm still figuring it out, but good to notice it. So that is happening. So disseminating moon, and we move into a last quarter moon next Tuesday coming. So and then we move into the dark moon. So, you know, this is all about the harvest and the gathering of fruit, or the, you know, the ideas and the concepts and all that the wisdom from this cycle has to offer, which feels really big, really big with this cycle. I personally sit on day 11, so hence the epic car cleaning, and it feels like, you know, that fullness of energy coming into the harvest season. So I feel like a little squirrel at the moment. Just I have all this energy that I need to gather things and prepare for what's to come. So that is what is happening for me. So whatever's happening for you and whatever you are, I hope that you're tuning in. I just want to add some red tent questions or reflective questions for you, if you would like to that. One is, what was illuminated under this full moon for you? And what are you gathering, preparing for the winter descent? So what harvests that are coming in for you to prepare for that descent into winter? So, just a quick note on some events coming up. I'll be holding an online red tent as from Autumn Equinox, and I am also opening my doors to be what I would phrase as a transformative priestess. So holding space for women who are moving in some kind of transition, whether it be in pregnancy or birth, or whether just, you know, moving from one phase of their life and letting go things and moving to a next thing. So I'm available for that, to hold that space, to, you know, be an ear and to really bring some magic into your life, if that is what you feel called to. So the details will be in the details below. And if you have any comments, or if you like to, if you like what you're seeing here, I've been doing it now since October, which was Beltane, and you are seeing and you're liking, just leave me a note. I really appreciate it, and I'm loving that all the comments that are coming through, and it just fills my heart with so much joy to know that the information that I'm giving is of service. And if there's anything that you'd like to see more of, let me know too. So that'll be awesome. I'd love to, really feel into what is needed out there. So from my heart to your heart, may you know that you are deeply held and deeply loved. Harvest blessings. So much love.